What up, y'all? Guess where my truck is at? Once again, at the shop, getting a new tranny put in. So the other day I was driving and I noticed that when I went into a 7th gear, I hear a rattling noise. And then I start hearing it for every gear. So I'm like, wait, something's not right. I don't know what happened. It just suddenly happened. I'm cruising on the highway and I just hear rattling noise. So I finished the day of work and then I said, I'm gonna just take it to the shop tomorrow morning. And that's exactly what I did. Took it to the shop. I explained to him what happened. He test drove it with me. He drained the tranny. It didn't sound too bad and nothing too crazy. Drained the tranny. He found that, you know, some of the gears were worn or there was a piece of metal in there. And basically, I need a new tranny, guys. But guess what? If you know me, you know I ain't stressing it. Because it comes with the game. It's gonna cost me about $7,000 because once you do the tranny, you gotta do the clutch. So doing the tranny, I'm doing the clutch, you know, remanufactured, and what can you do? It happens. That day, I happened to not be recording, so you guys won't be able to see what happened and how it happened. And I wasn't recording when I took it to the shop, but it was a crazy experience. I went to the shop, stood there for a few hours. Then once he told me that about my transmission, I said, I'm gonna leave my truck there. I took the train back home because the shop is in the Bronx. I live in Brooklyn. And then when I get back home, I realized I don't have the keys. So I had to use my wife's car to go back to the Bronx to go get my keys because I thought I left them in the truck. And then when I get to the Bronx, it turns out that I had my keys in my backpack the whole time. The backpack I went to work with. So I went to the Bronx twice. And on my way back here when I was walking from the train, it started pouring rain. When it rains, it pours. But I'm telling you, if I was recording, it would have been like a movie for you guys. But unfortunately, I wasn't recording. But I am going to show you guys when I do go pick up my truck. In a few, you'll see. You'll see the new tranny in there. I'll show you guys the receipts and all that. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? We got to stay positive and we got to keep going. That's why when you're a truck driver or when you own your own truck and you're running your own business, you always got to have capital in your bank account just in case anything happens. The first thing you need to do is build capital. You have to save money as an owner-operator for when things like this happen. You know what I mean? Instead of stressing it, I'm just gonna be blessed that I'm able to do it. You know what I mean? Because, you know, there's guys out there that it probably happened to and they probably don't even have the money to fix it, you know, because of the hard times in the trucking industry right now. Maybe they don't know how to budget or whatever the case may be. But we'll just look at the positives and thank God that we're able to fix the truck right now. I left it there yesterday. It should be done by today. Right now it's like 4:30 p.m. You know, the mechanic told me he's still working on it and he's gonna let me know once it's done, but it should be done by tonight and I should be back on the road by tomorrow and get the money back. You know what I mean? So today is Friday. The truck was not ready to be picked up yesterday as expected. So right now, I'm on my way to the Bronx, about to catch the train to go and pick up my truck, which is now ready. 2 days later. Supposed to be 1 day, but now it's 2 days. But it is what it is. Lost a day of work today, but I'll be ready for Monday. So 3 trains later, we're out here in the Bronx, you know what I mean? I'm walking to the shop. I just wish, man, that on jobs like this, where the truck has to be at the shop, that mechanics were more reliable on their word. I brought the truck on Wednesday. He told me it'll be done by Thursday afternoon. So I'm just sitting there waiting around. And then come 6 o'clock, I call him and he says it's gonna be done by today, Friday, in the morning. My thing is, your experience, you know how long this job takes. So if you knew that there was a chance of it rolling over 1 more day, why not just tell me, I'm gonna try to get it done Thursday. Worst case scenario, it'll be done Friday. That way, I wouldn't be expecting to work Friday. I thought I was gonna work today. But I guess I'll just get to a fresh start on Monday. But I was really expecting to work today, get right back to it. Start making up for some of that loss. But that's just my thing. Just tell me it's gonna be done Friday. Just say Friday. That way I'm not expecting anything and I'm already mentally prepared. That's all I ask of a mechanic. If you tell me a day, just please have it done that day. Other than that though, I know I'm getting a quality job done. This is one of the best mechanics in NYC for things like this, engines, transmissions, and all of that. To me, my best mechanic is my mechanic, Justin's Big Rig Service. You know, that's my guy, he comes through. But for big jobs like this, I come over here to the Bronx. This guy knows his stuff. There she is. Brand new clutch too. Right there. Brand new train. Clutch, new train. Here we go. Like a virgin. What's that? This thing just made a weird noise. You heard that, right? What the fuck was that? I don't know what's going on, but I still hear the same noise. The truck's still making the same noise, so now he's gonna come in the truck and test drive it with me. I always try to be as calm as possible and just take it easy and not stress stuff, but now I'm tight. Something gotta be done. So here it is. This is how much I spent. $4,500 on the transmission and another $3,035 for the labor and the clutch and all of that. So it's a total of about $7,500. I have to pay a 3% fee, so like $7,700, let's say. And now I'm having this issue still. He's gonna have to find out what it is and fix it. I mean, I don't even know. I should have test drove it before I paid for it. This is ridiculous.
Esto no está supuesto a moverse, ¿no? Este tiene este de adentro está patinando, porque estos entran con presión ahí. Lo que es este y este están patinando adentro.
So that was the old tranny right there, what you just seen. He was showing it to me, and he was explaining to me that the gear shouldn't move when he pushes it with the flathead. So basically the tranny's messed up, but I said, you know, I brought it for the noise in the first place. So it could be a misdiagnostic, you know what I mean? So now he's gonna check the differentials and see if there's any metal in the differentials. But my thing is, what if it was just a differential the whole time? I mean, there was a gear warning there, but I believe it could have lasted with that. This is crazy to me. I don't know. Now I'm tight. Metal all in the differential. So this is some unbelievable shit, bro. Spent $7,500, as you know. Drained the rear, and now he finds metal in the rear. So it's actually the rear. It was never the tranny. And he doesn't want to take accountability for it. The only thing he's telling me is he won't charge me for the labor of the rear, bringing it down and putting it back up, but wants me to take it to Jersey so they can rebuild it over there. So basically, I'm gonna pay for the labor over there. The owner can't always take the hit. The mechanic has to take a hit too when he's wrong. So I'm gonna have a talk with him and see what we could work out, because this ain't gonna happen right now. I just spent $7,500, and it wasn't even the issue. This is, and right now he's taking the rear off. He's taking off the rear so we can get it dropped off at the spot where they're gonna repair it in Jersey. This is unbelievable. Look at him. There's the rear. Can you imagine it? There's the rear. Holding it onto the van. And we are here to drop off the rear now. Still can't believe this. And then he don't want to take responsibility for the shit. Like, he got to do something. I can't.
He did tell me to tell you that he's gonna pay a rack for you out of whatever we charge. Now I have two options for you though. I could get it. His price would be, believe it or not, bro, that rear is $3,800. I'm not bullshitting you. I could pull it up in the system as soon as I hit the enter button. But for him and you, because of what happened, I told him I could do $3,350. He's gonna pay a rack out of his pocket. I mean, no, my bad. 30, I'm bugging. 20, my bad. 28, $2,350. He's gonna pay a rack, so you would have to pay $1,350. But hear me out, right? That's like, you ain't gonna get a better deal than that from me, because I'm trying to help you guys. We have another option, but I just don't know what he's gonna charge you. I could recommend you to one of my customers that rebuilds them, but I don't know how much he's gonna charge until he looks at it. Tapco.
So, but do you have that rear?
I could get it by Tuesday.
Get it by Tuesday?
Yeah.
And that'll be a remanufactured?
It's gonna look brand new in the bag, just like that. And he's gonna put a rack. He told me to tell you, he's stressed out. I mean, I just know him from doing business with him. You know him from working with him. Yeah. So I mean, it's the least he can do. He fucked up. He's man admitted.
That's the very least he can do.
That's the very least, you know?
I mean, that transmission was not even 2 years old. And I'm like, yo, but it can't be that.
Yeah.
And he told me it was that, 7,500. 4,500 yeah. 3,000 to him.
I mean, the dude sound like I feel bad. He sound like he's ready to cry. Like he's fucking stressed the fuck out. Was it him or his boy? No, I know you too.
It was him directly.
He did it himself?
Wow, such a disappointing day. I'm back in Brooklyn, walking home. No truck. Thought I would have my truck, but I don't. I should have my truck by Tuesday, Wednesday, the latest, hopefully, once they put that rear in. So here's the solution that the mechanic came up with. Basically, the truck pro shop, they gave me the differential for the price that the mechanic gets it, which is $2,800. They deducted $500 from that. And then my mechanic is paying $1,000 towards it. So basically I gotta come out of pocket $1,300 and the mechanic is gonna charge me no labor. So basically, I'm still losing money. But at this point, it's basically just cutting the losses. I'm still losing around $3,000 no matter what, you know. But I'm losing $3,000, but I got a new tranny and a new clutch and a new rear. Still disappointed about the 3Gs plus the days of work that I'm losing as well. That's still money that I'm going to be losing as well. Not only the money I'm spending. But hopefully we'll be ready by Tuesday. Get the truck back, and then hopefully everything is good then. And then we'll just get the money back. Stay tuned for part 2. Like, share, and subscribe if you like my content, you feel me? Got the truck back, new rears. My little guy's here with me. I just drove it all the way back from the Bronx. Not a sound. Everything is good. You know what I mean? So we got the brand new rear. And then, you know, we lost $3,000. But at the cost of a new transmission. Because had he diagnosed it right in the first place, I probably would have spent $5-6 grand. Him misdiagnosing it, you know, and then him doing the free labor and him putting money toward the new differential. I'm at about 8,000, I want to say 8,800 around there. So basically the difference is like 2,800. So I'm losing 2,800, 3,000, whatever. Give or take, could be more, but I got a new tranny and a new clutch. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah? There we go. You heard it from my boy Josiah. So I didn't get on the mechanic too much about still losing the $3,000. And the reason why is because when I went back to the shop that day after leaving Truck Pro, I had a talk with him, and he admitted that he was wrong and he misdiagnosed the truck, and you know, and he apologized to me. And I respect that. You know what I mean? And I also look at the bright side of things. We all know how much the tranny costs, parts and labor. I basically got a new tranny for the $3,000 loss, new tranny and clutch. You know what I mean? So, you know, I just like his transparency, and I respect that as a man. Like, he admitted it to me. He didn't try to play the card that most mechanics would have tried to play, which would be your rear was messed up, but your tranny was also messed up, so we have to change both of them. And he didn't go that route. Well, he tried to at first when he was telling me, yeah, this gear shouldn't be moving, this shouldn't be doing this. But that was all BS. He knew he couldn't try to play me with that. You know, he had no choice but to tell me the truth. But at least he did tell me the truth, and he apologized to me. And at the same time, I get to keep my relationship with him, because at the end of the day, he is one of the best mechanics in New York City in terms of things like that. But he just messed up, and he, you know, people make mistakes. He made a big, you know, in this case, it was a big mistake, and he made a misdiagnostic. But if my engine ever goes, he's the mechanic that I'm going to go to. So I want to keep that relationship. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe. You feel me? Show some love. Thanks for watching.